Hey there! This is my first unscripted rant, so a little nervous about going freeform, but let's dive in and give it a shot. Wonder Woman 1984. So to say Wonder Woman 1984 is trash would be an insult to dumpsters all over the world. Here are 9 reasons why it absolutely sucks. Number 1. Even the title sucks. There's no reason for 1984 to even be in the title, other than to create some sort of false sense of intrigue, that there's a reason why things are happening that year and that we'll see something meaningful from the year 1984. But really all we see are badly fitting men's suits and outdated malls. Maybe it's a reference to this, George Orwell's famous book on totalitarianism. But there's nothing like that happening in the movie, so maybe they're just trying to get you to think that something intellectual or even literary might happen in the movie, even though it doesn't. Number 2. The idea that Wonder Woman would be single for 66 years, or whatever the heck it was? Are you kidding me? Gal Gadot couldn't get a date. She doesn't have emotional or physical needs. She doesn't have guys hitting on her every 20 seconds. Get the hell out of here. Number 3. The return of Steve Trevor. You had a guy coming back from the dead and you couldn't make him any more interesting than that? Why not give him some sort of feature that reflects where he's been? For example, what if his body is in a slow state of decay? Or he has a dark, mean streak to his personality that was never there before? To make matters worse, Chris Pine is as flat and uninteresting as a wooden board. Speaking of bad performances, number 4, the main villain. Now the concept was cool. He's a walking monkey's paw where you tell him your wish and he uses it against you. But I've forgotten both the character and actor's names because the execution was just that, forgettable. I heard the performance was modeled after Gene Hackman's in Superman, but this guy had none of Gene's menace or intensity. He looked like a used car salesman on crack. And you probably could have placated him by offering him a donut or pancakes laced with crack. Number 5, the main villain's kid. Who is this kid? We see him only at the beginning, when he's there just to establish a paper-thin relationship that will be exploited for equally paper-thin emotional value later on. And we don't see him again until the end when he's shown wandering the streets. Who's taking care of this kid during the time that the main villain is trying to take over the world? And why is he Asian? I mean, I've seen people say that his race doesn't matter, but from a logical point of view, it does. Because you have a white father, you have an Asian kid, so that leaves a missing hole of an Asian mother that we never see in the movie. If we don't know anything about this kid, or where he's been, or where he's from, guess what? We're not going to care about him. On the other hand, there is a need to bring in an Asian demographic into the audience. I'll wait for another plane. I hate living close to the airport. Number 6. The secondary villain is lame and tame. I mean, Wonder Woman's fought Doomsday in the past. She's fought gods in the past. I don't know what Hollywood executives said, let's make Wonder Woman versus a meek, corrupted scientist the next marquee matchup. Number 7. I'm no weather expert, but Wonder Woman web-slinging through the clouds by lassoing lightning bolts? I'll let you picture that. Number 8 is that cringe-worthy gold bird suit that served no purpose whatsoever other than to be a publicity stunt and a marketing gimmick that can be slapped onto Wonder Woman posters and make you think that something new and unique and unexpected will happen in the movie. The suit does nothing other than get torn apart like a flimsy piece of gold foil. And lastly, number 9 is the climax that's predicated on everybody making a psychological U-turn that is a result of nothing more than Wonder Woman giving a speech. I know Gal Gadot is a compelling speaker, but she's not that compelling. No one's going to give up their hopes and dreams because of some nice words. And that's not how the monkey's paw works. I think the writers need to go back and read the short story by W.W. Jacobs, because how the monkey's paw works is you make a wish, it interprets it in its own sinister way, and you are screwed. Okay? There are no takebacks. You're not canceling that monkey's paw subscription for a refund. You are screwed. And part of the dramatic, sinister beauty of all that is that it was partly your own fault because you made the wish. And that's my rant. If you're still inclined to watch Wonder Woman 1984, let me just repeat that adage from the monkey's paw one last time. Be careful what you wish for. Later.